Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the product launch, Leica GS05 Smart Antenna. Hexagon is the global leader in digital reality solutions, combining sensor, software, and autonomous technologies. Our solutions free our customers to harness the rapidly increasing amounts of data, putting it to work to boost efficiency, productivity, quality, and safety across industrial manufacturing, infrastructure, public sector, and mobility applications. Hexagon's Geosystem division provides a very comprehensive portfolio of digital solutions that capture, measure, and visualize the physical world and enable data-driven transformation across industry ecosystems. Now, I would like to introduce Mr. Pankaj Gupta, who is the Sales Director for Geosystems Division for Hexagon India. He has a vast experience of over 25 years and has worked across various countries in Japan, Middle East, and Africa, representing geospatial industry. He is an electronics and telecom engineer by profession with post-graduation in computer applications, including SCADA systems. He has worked with CMC, TCS, Siemens, and Trimble before joining Hexagon in 2019. Before handing it over to Mr. Pankaj, I would like to mention that if at any point you would like to ask a question, please enter it in the questions box. We welcome all your questions and will address them later in the presentation. In case we are unable to answer all of your questions in a live session, someone will reach out to you after the webinar by email. Just to let you know, we will also be sharing a recording of this webinar after the session. Over to you, Pankaj.
Thanks, Divya. First of all, very warm welcome to all and good evening. I'll briefly talk about Hexagon and Hexagon presence in India. To talk about Hexagon, Hexagon is a very unique organization, and we are unique because of our portfolio of sensor, software, and autonomous solutions. There is no other company that has a complete range and mix of solutions available, under one organization. And that makes us global leader when it comes to sensor, software, and autonomous technologies. And our motto is to empower an autonomous future. I'll briefly talk about Hexagon, the global organization. When we talk about data and how to use that data. The ultimate form of data leverage is when tasks and processes become autonomous. And this is what is our goal and focus, for the industry. Our portfolio of sensors, software, and autonomous solutions supported by almost 5,000 plus employees in R&D and more than 4,000 active patents all across shows our commitment and ensures that our solution focused R&D teams can dedicate their time in solving customer and industry specific challenges. This is our again our commitment for the market. Our value in helping customers leverage the data within their workflows to achieve the greatest of efficiency, productivity, and to get the desired outcomes, creates value for the market and for our customers. And if I talk about our strength and stability, our proven track record, we were almost like 500 million in 2000 to 5.5 billion in 2023, and a employee strength of more than 25,000 all across around and in 60 countries shows that we are on, as Hexagon, we are on a right path. I'll briefly touch upon the various business units that we have. Manufacturing intelligence that helps factories become smart and help them to create digital transformation and create digital assets. Same way, asset life cycle intelligence, ALI, that help assets to become digital, and it will become easy for people to visualize, build, and manage these assets or the plants and factories. Autonomy and positioning help our customers to get correction services on ground, sea, land and sea, so that they can have a precise location available with them. We have a complete range of mining solution that is available that help in planning, operations, and maintaining and safety of the mine. So mining division is our business is dedicated to the mining solutions. Same way, our solutions are helping agriculture to become more precise and automated. Plus, that adds value to our agriculture customers. Having precise farming. Overall, if we have to combine all our digital assets and solution, Exalt is a platform which is a very agile platform and help customers to integrate all their data into that platform so that they can have the desired results. Geospatial division is helping customers to build, manage, and visualize data into digital form, into GIS and all. Plus, safety and infrastructure is making cities more smart and safe for our customers. We belong to Hexagon Geosystems. So when we talk about Hexagon Geosystems actually help our customers to collect data, visualize data, and use that data and leverage that data into their applications. If I talk about Hexagon commitment to India, this slide shows that we are present across India, length and breadth of India. We have more than 3,000 employees in 18 plus cities, have our own 15 offices, right, and 11 service centers that are available. This shows our commitment. All our customers and clients are very well catered by a huge presence that we have in India. I talk about Hexagon Geosystems or Leica Geosystems, and we have 4 decades of innovation when it comes to GNSS. Right in 1984, a centimeter level accuracy, you know, we used to achieve in 4 to 12 hours of observation. That was the time when, first GNSS was introduced, and it used to take around 4 to 12 hours for a centimeter position to achieve. Then in 1995, these hours, 4 to 12 hours, we were able to achieve centimeter level accuracy within few minutes. And then in few seconds in 2006 with the GNSS that was capable of taking corrections from GPS and GLONASS both. 2016, our flagship product GS16 was introduced that was capable of handling multiple constellations and give you more precise positions and better availability of data in difficult situations also. 2017 and 2020, our flagship product today, which is GS18, GS18T and GS18I were introduced in the market, and that help you calculate position. We don't have to bother about tilt also. Tilt compensation was given, multi-constellations. So these products have enabled, to gather information in all difficult situations also, all difficult, uh, areas also. We are standing at 2024 now. Yeah, we are standing at 2024 now. We are going to launch our new product, which is lightweight, very trustworthy. It has tilt enabled and it can work in an RTK rover mode, also GS05. So today, Christian and Alexander, they are going to talk about GS05 and the softwares associated with that. Christian is our global product manager for Survey GNSS, and he's based out of Leica, Switzerland. Alexander is going to talk about our cloud services and the software associated, with the product. Jadeep Sengar is our India GNSS product manager. Most of you guys must be knowing him. So he's available in India for any support you need. I'll now hand over to Christian to take this further.
Great. Thank you, Pankaj. So welcome everyone from my side to the presentation of GS05 product. So before starting and giving all the details, let me share the teaser video we use for the product presentation.
A new dawn, a new day, a new challenge. To meet these challenges, Leica Geosystems is proud to introduce the GS05. It's so lightweight and compact, you'll barely notice it on the top of the pole. The GS05 includes Leica Geosystems' proven tilt compensation technology. Forget the bubble and measure points as fast as you can walk. And if the worst happens, it's robust enough to survive. Place the GS05 on top of a 360-degree prism for maximum productivity, including using the new GS Enhanced Target Search. And with Leica Captivate controlling both the GS05 and the total station, you can stay points faster than ever. The Leica GS05, the smallest and lightest tilt-compensating GNSS smart antenna, helping you overcome your challenges every day. Want more details? Visit the webpage leica-geosystems.com/GS05.
Hi, I'm Christian Miranda. I'm the product manager for the GNSS products within the Geomatics department at Leica Geosystem. And today I have the pleasure to give you all details about this new release of this new product, GS05. So I'd like to start. I don't want to start with a lot of details and going into this datasheet's characteristics. So my idea now at the beginning, especially, is to give you the high-level overview of the GS05. So which is really the essence of this solution. So one key characteristics is tilt compensated. So as you may know, so tilt compensation is becoming a commodity in our sector. So it's so efficient to use tilt compensation. So it's making the measurement so fast, and it's allowing you to measure in areas where before it was not possible. That we wanted as well to introduce tilt compensation in this new product GS05. We are making use of the well-known established calibration-free tilt compensation that we use on GS18 as well. So we have the same algorithmics inside GS05, bringing the robustness that we have showed for now 6 to 7 years already in GS18T. So that's something we are proud to bring it as well into the GS05. As well, all different variants of the GS05, they are hardware capable of tilt. But if you want to have a lower initial investment, there's this option can be controlled via software, right? So first, if you want to buy GS05, you can buy it without tilt compensation, but we wanted to, so it's hardware capable, and in the future, if you want to enable tilt compensation, you are capable to do it by only buying this software option. Then trustworthy. I think that's an important characteristic. So GS05 is not only a GNSS sensor. So for sure it's a GNSS sensor, but it's fully integrated in the whole Leica ecosystem. And here what I mean with the ecosystem is that it's fully integrated into Captivate field software. So you can use it with all your existing fleet of GNSS sensors, field controllers, and total stations. And by using Captivate as well, it's also enabling other services like Hexagon GeoCloud. So here in the call, I have my colleague Alex. He will share later on some more details about the Hexagon GeoCloud services. As well, we have fully integrated Hexagon SmartNet services, GS05 fully integrated into our post-processing software Infinity. As well, we have the same customer care packages supporting high quality support and very, very, very quick answer on support and service, the same as we have in our existing GS sensor. So this is as well fully supported on GS05. And last but not least, it has the value of the Leica Geosystem brand. So we have more than 100 years experience in our field. and we have a good reputation also based on results based on our existing GS sensors. So it's fully designed on site in Switzerland, produced in Switzerland, and it has the same robustness and quality as we had for other GS sensors in the market. It's very compact. You see here, it's a very compact and light sensor, so you can easily take it and work the whole day with it. It's less than a kilo. It's 0.75 kilograms. And this really allows or brings new functionalities and improves productivity, and as well it increases user comfort, which is also very important. Later on, I will explain how this has an impact in some specific use cases. So at the end, GS05, what is GS05? GS05 is small and light, high quality GNSS sensor with calibration-free tilt compensation. So here the key points, as I mentioned, is the size and weight, high quality, keeping Leica Geosystem standards with tilt compensation. But also it brings, because it's fully integrated into Captivate, it brings this total compatibility with total stations, and especially because of this lightweight form of GS05, it makes this product very suitable for smart pole setups, bridging the total stations and GNSS technology together and make that fully compatible, and bringing as well tilt compensation. Now going into detail, so what we have released in the GS05. So here there's the main highlights. Again, I'm not going to enter into details on datasheet specs, but those are, I think, these are the most relevant characteristics of GS05. So GS05, it has a multi-band, dual frequency, multi-GNSS measurement engine tracking all GNSS constellation. This is about the measurement engine, so it's different to the ones we have already in the market, all the GS sensors, but still using the same Leica positioning engine. So we use the same algorithmics, both for RTK positioning and as well for tilt compensation, as we have in GS18, GS16. So this really gives an idea of the robustness, reliability that GS05 product it also has. So it's keeping same quality standard as other GS sensors. In terms of connectivity, we have Bluetooth. Bluetooth specially thought for connectivity with our field controller. We have VLAN, Wi-Fi supported. This is different to, for example, what we have on the GS18. GS18, we also have VLAN, but it's only for the connectivity between the GNSS sensor and the field controller. GS05, we have VLAN, but as well to connect to internet. So on GS05, we can connect to an external router. We can make a access point using our smartphone and connect to this access point using VLAN and get internet into our GS05. This brings as well a lot of new functionalities that I will give a little bit more details later on. And then we have, depending on the variant, so we have or 4G LTE cellular modem or short-range UHF. So some variants are supporting this cellular connectivity, 4G cellular connectivity, and some others support short-range UHF. Short range is because it's a low-power UHF, so this is a different UHF model as we have in our existing products in the market. As I said, so it's low power, and because of that, maximum range is about 1.5 kilometers for single baseline RTK connections. We have an integrated eSIM. There's an option to use physical SIM card, so if, the whole provisioning of your SIM card will be done via this eSIM type. We have an USB-C connector for data transfer and for internal battery charging, and as well single port for UHF or 4G LTE antenna. And here I wanted to give a couple of examples of different GS05 use cases. And now I'm going to focus on the variants where we have UHF. So as I said before, we can have or UHF or 4G cellular connectivity. So here for UHF, the use case is very clear, right? So if we want to have single baseline RTK, we can have GS05 as a base and as a rover and have them connected via UHF. It's a low power transmission, and as I said as well, the RTK range is up to 1.5 kilometers. But that's not the only use case we can have with those sensors. As I said, so we can use VLAN connectivity to have internet connection. And this brings as well the option to have single baseline RTK using internet with those variants. In case of the base station, we can get the internet connection from the VLAN connection, so connected to external router. In our rover use case, we can have it using GS VLAN, but as well receiving the corrections via the controller. That's also possible. So this brings the use cases to have simple single baseline RTK using internet. For that, you would need to have fixed public IP on your base station or using dynamic DNS, all supported within Captivate. When we talk about GS05 sensors with LTE cellular modem, the main use case here, we may think it's about network RTK use cases. GS05 is fully supporting both SmartNet and as well external network RTK service providers. And we can get those RTK corrections using or this internal cellular modem using the GS VLAN or the internet coming from the tablet. So we have three different sources of internet where we can get these corrections. At the same time, these LTE variants can work as well as a base station. And by using the GS VLAN, we can transmit the RTK corrections. So this is in high level, the different use cases it's allowing all these different connectivity possibilities we have within GS05. And then you may think, okay, but what's the main difference of GS05, this new product, with respect to the products we have already in the market? That's what I'm gonna explain now. So here, this is the current GS surveying portfolio in our division. So we have all the sensors. We have as well GS1025, but for this webinar, I wanted to compare GS05 with respect to GS07, GS16, and GS18. So here we have the three variants: GS18 basic without tilt and without visual positioning, without imaging; GS18T with tilt compensation; and GS18I with tilt compensation and visual positioning. So I'll start showing the difference between GS05 and GS07. So when we could use GS07, when we could use GS05, or which are the main differences? I'll start with benefits on GS05. So GS05 is as tilt compensation, as explained before, can work as a base station. It offers the option to connect via VLAN to any internet source, as well offer the option to stream out NMEA out messages. It has internal memory, and it has up to 10 Hz positioning rate and fully integrated UHF modem or cellular modem. On the contrary, with GS07, we support up to 5 Hz positioning update rate, and we can have UHF or cellular modem, but those are external. The positive aspects of GS05 is that it's multi-frequency and it supports PPP functionality. So we have different high precision methodologies. We can have single baseline RTK, network RTK, but as well PPP. It can receive those corrections, and together with other SmartNet services, it supports RTK bridging. So bridging this period of time in which we do not have RTK corrections, but still keeping high accuracy. This is something we don't have for GS05. GS05 is mostly thought for single baseline RTK and network RTK use cases. And as mentioned as well, it's a dual frequency receiver, GS05. Then compared to GS16, some of the benefits I explained before of GS05 still applies to GS16. So it has still compensation, VLAN connection, access to internal memory, and integrated cellular modem, something that we do not offer right now on GS16. But GS16, it's a multi-frequency sensor. It provides up to 20 Hertz positioning. It's defined to have reliability, 99.99% of reliability. It offers this long-range UHF, those up to 1 watt transmitting UHF radios, which allows RTQ ranges up to 10 kilometers, so really depending on the conditions, but up to 10 kilometers or more. And as well is offering the whole SmartNet services using network RTK and PPP functionalities. The same benefits we have on the GS18 as well, we have it on GS18. And here what I wanted to highlight is the difference on tilt compensation between GS05 and GS18. So as I said, so we use the same algorithmics as we were using for GS18. We use the same calibration-free algorithmics. The difference is on the hardware side, and that's one of the reasons as well we have this tilt compensation limited up to 30 degrees on GS05. At the end, it mainly covers most of the use cases with this limitation. And then reliability, this is how we have set that in our specs, in our datasheet. We are talking about slightly reduced reliability, but here I wanted to stress it. So this difference is mainly showing the extra mile in which GS18 is going. Definitely the performance reliability of GS05 are excellent, especially with short baselines up to 20 kilometers. This product, it's really behaving very well. But when talking with GS18, which is our flagship product, so this extra mile, this sensor, it goes, especially when we have severe ionosphere activity, or there's some interferences, or there's some high multipath. In those extreme situations, GS18, it has this extra reliability. But as I said, so GS05, very good performance is in practically all performance. Just wanted to here differentiate this slight difference in these extra mile situations. And with that, I want to go back again into what I said before, the importance of Leica Geosystem. So GS05 is not only a GNSS sensor. So it's a GNSS sensor fully integrated in the whole Leica ecosystem. And this brings a lot of benefit. And I wanted to focus now, before hand it over to my colleague Alex, which will explain the Hexagon GeoCloud services. I wanted to focus on Captivate. And I could show many examples of what we have done on Captivate to support GS05, but I really wanted to focus on the integration with total stations. So this smart pole setup, because it's really show how well GS05 is integrated in GS05 as well, working together with total stations. And for that, I have a short video. It's slightly less than 3 minutes, which really explains very well the benefits of this integration and working together GPS and GNSS sensors. Sorry, let's go back. And trying to play. Yes, give me some seconds. I remove the cursor. No, sorry.
Now let's look at the efficient use of Leica Captivate Smart Pole. After completing the GNSS-assisted resection, measurement and staking tasks can be carried out with either total station or GNSS. It's easy to switch between the total station and GNSS mode whenever required. For example, if there's something blocking the line of sight between the total station and the reflector, tapping the battery icon, then this toggle TSGS button instantly switches to GNSS mode, and the user can seamlessly carry on staking or measuring points in the same job, with the same coordinate system. This ability to instantly switch between total station and GNSS provides an extremely efficient way of working. Finally, in this video, we'll see how the GS search works. GS search is a total station target search, which was introduced with the launch of the Leica GS05. Lock to target. When the GS search is initiated, the total station turns to the precise 3D coordinates of the SmartPole GNSS sensor. Lock to target. Then an ATR fine search is used to lock onto the reflector. GS search can lock onto a reflector up to 1 kilometer away. The total station turns to the GS coordinates. Then an ATR fine search locks onto the reflector. In summary, Leica Captivate SmartPole is a simple and extremely fast way of ensuring total station and GNSS measurements fit together accurately on the same site. SmartPole avoids the need for time-consuming methods of establishing control points, such as traversing. The ability to switch instantly between total station and GNSS allows site work to be completed with fewer setups and in less time. And because the Leica GS05 adds only an extra 750 grams to the weight of the pole, it is the ideal GNSS sensor to use with SmartPole.
So that's one of the benefits of having fully integrated GS05 within Captivate. The other, as mentioned before, is having access as well to the Hexagon GeoCloud services. And for that, I like to give the word to my colleague, Alexander. He will give all the details about Hexagon GeoCloud.
Many thanks, sir, and welcome everybody. Good evening in India. So I'm very happy to be part of this call today. Let me share also a couple of slides for the Hexagon GeoCloud. All right, I hope you can see my screen. And you might wonder maybe, this topic today is of course the GS05, right? An excellent new GNSS receiver. So you might wonder, why do we talk now about a GeoCloud, a cloud service? But I think the answer is quite obvious. Nowadays, you don't need anymore only perfect GNSS hardware, right? I think it gets more and more important how to bring data you have captured with a GS05 on your controller. How do you get this data in real time, basically, back to the office through a real cloud service? And therefore, I'm very happy to talk today about Hexagon GeoCloud, how we can transmit data. So my name is Alexander Fischer. I'm responsible for Hexagon GeoCloud as a director. And I think it's a quite interesting journey. So what do I want to do today? So I have basically 3 steps I want to show you today. First of all, what is Hexagon GeoCloud, right? What it's all about? What do we want to address? I also thought to myself how I can show you the different steps and the whole platform. Normally I do a live demonstration. Today I didn't know how much time I will have, so therefore I did some videos and I walk you through those videos. So once we are running out of time, then everybody of you can also have a look for those videos and see how it works. Then, of course, I talk about the benefits, about the value that we generate here with the GeoCloud. And in the end, of course, about the subscriptions. It's a subscription model. I want to tell you what you have to order, but it's quite simple and very self-explaining. Welcome to Hexagon GeoCloud. First of all, Hexagon GeoCloud is not only a single service, it's a whole new product family. So it's a cloud-based collaboration portal that is powered by HXDR from Hexagon. So we talk here really about a Hexagon product, and it's really a cloud-native platform. So we host this service on Amazon Web Services. At the moment, our server is located in Europe, in Ireland. But I can tell you also for the future, we have on the roadmap already to have hostings across the world. So this will come time after time. To really get here the clear picture, Hexagon GeoCloud is the platform, the whole product family, and we have several services that we launch now in the next couple of years. And the first service we have started already last year in autumn is called GeoCloud Drive. This GeoCloud Drive is what I'm talking today about, and it's all about data. So not only in the consumer industry, where everybody of you is using Apple services, Google services, Amazon services, maybe to transmit data. This comes more and more important also for our professional industry, in the surveying industry, when you measure with a GS05 and you want to transmit your data back to the office. So it's all about data, to have it at the right place, at the right moment, at the right time. This gets more and more important. And therefore, I'm very happy that we launched last year the service GeoCloud Drive. Now I want to explain a bit the principle behind it, and it's quite self-explaining, it's quite simple. So we have in the middle as centerpiece, we have our cloud services, GeoCloud Drive. I show you this in a moment, how you can operate it. On the left side, we have the piece outside, right? The surveyors are outside, they are running the field software. Mainly we talk about surveying field software portfolio, but also construction. So we have now integrated GeoCloud Drive tightly into Captivate, but also into the ICANN portfolio, and many, many further software packages within Leica Geosystems, but also in the future for third party will follow, right? So it's tightly integrated. This is also one of the big separators from all of those free of charge services like Dropbox, like OneDrive. We have it seamlessly integrated. I'll show you this later on in a video. On the right side, we have the office portfolio, right? Those guys sitting in the office, preparing the data, having the design work. And one example can be Infinity. Of course, in Infinity, we have integrated GeoCloud Drive as well. It's very simple to export data from Infinity to the GeoCloud Drive and consume it later on in the field software. But there is the beauty of this whole system. There is a little application from GeoCloud Drive. We call it the desktop application. You can download it from My World. Once you have installed it, this little piece of software, it brings you that we have the integration of GeoCloud Drive directly in any software you run on your PC. It doesn't matter. It can be AutoCAD, it can be Procore, it can be Esri software. It doesn't matter. There is nothing you have to integrate as a software developer. It comes out of the box. All you have to do is install this little installer, and later on I also show you this one in a video. So to summarize here a bit, this is the web app I was talking about. So this is one of the possibilities how you can manage and operate the cloud service. Also here, I'll show you later on a video. It's basically nothing else than putting in the link of the GeoCloud into your browser on Google Chrome, for example, or in your Internet Edge Explorer. And then you can, of course, upload data, download data, consume data, manage data, share data. This can be done in this web app. In addition, we have this little tool, the desktop synchronization app, that has to be installed. And the big beauty is, the big benefit is you will have it tightly integrated in your file browser, right? So there is no need anymore to upload, download data in your web app. It can be done directly in your file browser on your Windows system. Also, this one is something I want to show you in a minute. And as said, we have it integrated in ICANN, we have it integrated in Captivate seamlessly, right? There is no need anymore to zip data, to transfer data. It's all in it with a single button, and you are able to consume data directly from GeoCloud Drive. Coming already now to a little demonstration. So I show you first of all the web app. The first thing you always do when you log in your browser, you have to go to, redirect it to My World, and you have to put in your credentials of My World. This is how we sign into the service. So every customer of GeoCloud needs a My World account. That is very important for you. Here we are already on the administration page of GeoCloud. You see the different projects already, the names of the projects with some pictures. We see the members being part of the projects here already with different roles that you can assign. And I will guide you now step by step through those projects. We open up now one of those projects, and you see the two different tabs. One is files, one is members, so it's quite self-explaining. You have the data in this project here. We can have subfolders in it, We can have geo data in it, but also non-geo data. For example, like a PDF, yeah, and I can show this PDF now directly in GeoCloud. There is no need to use your own PDF viewer. It's all integrated in GeoCloud. With the Members tab, you can assign to your projects now colleagues from your company. Just imagine you don't want to have for every project that all of your colleagues are part of these projects. And this is also the beauty of the system. So you can assign, you can invite your colleagues to specific projects to guarantee that not everybody is in all projects, right? How does this work? On the right side, we have this add members. You put in a name. I have here, for example, my colleague, Elke. I see her role in this project, and I can simply press add members, and she will be in. I don't do this now. She will be otherwise informed by an email, and of course, I don't want to disturb her now. But that's basically how it works. Very simple again, but I think the value behind is quite clear. Going back again to my overview page of the projects, I want to generate now a completely new project, right? That is also very simple. Just add in a name. We call it now GS05. We are in the GS05 WebEx. We can add a picture if you want. But we proceed now without a picture. We generate now a project. On the right bottom, you see immediately a notification what happened. And now we see the GS05 project was generated. I am the owner. I have already now some members in this project because I'm an administrator and all my administrator colleagues will be in as well. But as I told you already before, I can invite now further additional people. Going now to my second example, I go into this GS05 project now, and I want to show you how you can add your data. This works on the right side here with this upload files icon. Again, very self-explaining. I can also generate a subfolder, which I'm doing now here with some design data I want to upload. Yeah, what I can later on use maybe for a stakeout in the field. And I open this one now, and of course I can add now here some additional data. Either with this button on the right side, what I do now, I drag and drop now data to my folder. So also this drag and drop functionality is now supported since the last release of GeoCloud. On the right side, we see how this works. So the file is uploaded. We see always a notification about the status. And here we go. We have a JPEG that we can view now in the browser. And we have an IFC file in it that I can later on, if I want, for example, use in Captivate or in Icon. Going back now to my overview, we continue now with this desktop app. That's also what I wanted to show you. I really want to use the opportunity today with so many people to walk you through the whole data flow, the whole data journey. And what we do now in this video is showing you this GeoCloud application, this Drive application now that I've installed. This little system tray was visible on the right side. You have to log in again in my world, and you see this window pops up. Normally in this window, when I later on upload something, it will be reflected as notification. And now I show you the big benefit. Here's my file browser. And the GeoCloud Drive is now tightly integrated as our own subfolder, right? So there is no need anymore to go to the web app. Everything can be done here inside of the file browser. And you see my structure. It's the same project structure as we have seen in the web application. So it's really up to the user how you feel much more comfortable and what you want to use. Now we go back into our folder, the GS05 folder with the design data, also to prove you that it's, of course, the same data in. You see this little cloud icon. It means the data is at the moment in GeoCloud. It's not on your PC, so you can download it if you want, but at the moment it's only in the cloud storage available. This, of course, saves you also some storage on your PC if needed. Now we drag and drop some further data in it just to show you how this works. We can do, for example, here again a PDF. Of course, we put in the GS05 datasheet in it. Fits to our WebEx today. And It's in here. It's uploading now. You see the icon here. It's a uploading icon. It takes, of course, a while until it's uploaded. And again, to show you this principle, we go back into the web app, into the same folder, and it will be here. And you can preview it directly in the web app when I press on it. In German, by the way. Good. Going back into our file explorer. We have again here the files. And now I want to generate also in the file explorer a new project. This also works. So you just go to GeoCloud Drive, to this little icon and say, create project. And now we really want to generate something that I show you later on for the whole data flow. So we put in here a name, call it now Demo India. Generate this one here. Takes a while. Here we go. India. And once you go back to the web browser, as you might expect, there is this project available. So in sum, you see, we are quite flexible. No matter what you want to use, it's in the web browser, it's in the file browser. And we have a look here again and wonder if the data is here. And it is. Now coming a bit further on, I want to show you the whole data flow, right? So normally you start somewhere in the office, you prepare your data. This time we start, of course, in Infinity. We have here the Leica area with some line works, with some lines, with some polygons, with some annotations in Infinity. Another challenge is I want to have this data now outside in Captivate. How does this work? And you will find out this works quite simple. It's all integrated GeoCloud Drive. All you do is going to export, and GeoCloud Drive is in Infinity integrated. Again, here, go to this folder of GeoCloud Drive, select the folder location where you want to store your data. So we take the Demo India project. We give it a name. So we call it now field data. Important is that you make the ticks on the right side. You export now this project as a Captivate project directly to the GeoCloud, right? Very simple to do, basically 3 mouse clicks, and this is all you have to do here. So to prove, again, we go back into our folder, into our web application of the GeoCloud. We go into our folder we have done called Demo India. We go into this field data folder. Normally it takes always a while until it's all updated, until it's all uploaded. So you see it's not done yet completely. We go back in after a second again, and here we go, we have the field data DBX. So the Captivate project is now stored in our folder on the GeoCloud Drive. Good. As next step, we go into Captivate, and I want to use this data now, and I show you the tight integration in Captivate. So I have Captivate running here. All cloud services can be found on this little @ symbol here on the right top side. You see there are other services as well. There is GeoCloud Drive, as you can see. I press on it, and the first time when you approach or when you get into Captivate, you want to use GeoCloud Drive, you have to again log in on My World. This works normally in seconds because the token is already there. And now I want to download this project. Very simple. Go to download files. It's connecting to the GeoCloud. And I go, first of all, again to the whole project structure. And again, you see the same projects you have seen in the web app. We go to Demo India. We go to the field data. We mark it. We see it's 4.6 MB, so it's not really a big project. And I can press here on download. So it's downloading now. There is a status button. When I hit the status button, I can see what is the status. But as said, it's a quite small file, so it's super fast. And that's basically all you have to know. So it's super simple, super integrated. We go back to the project, to the job carousel. We see the field data here, the field data project. We can open it up now in the 3D viewer, and you will see the lines, the annotations we have seen in Infinity, and you can start working. Of course, the WMS service we have seen in Infinity is not in yet. You can add this as well, but that's basically what we have not done now. Yeah, so I think it's quite self-explaining. I really wanted to give you this more comprehensive demonstration that you can see how the service works. It's always very tough to explain something that you cannot grab, that you have not enough physical way. So I think therefore it's always good to show you what it's really doing. And you see the functionality is quite basic. Yes, I agree on this one. But still, think about this one. So when I talk to customers around the world, they always tell me, Alex, this helps us so much, and there are so many values, benefits in it that we can definitely convince the customers. And I'm very happy when Jaideep and Pankaj, when you start now also working in India with the service, because in all other regions, I think we already make really good progress. So many thanks again for being here in this call today. Customer pain points quickly before we have the questions in the end is, of course, the data transfer, right? Very often we see it in different countries. So far, they're still using USB sticks. They're using SD cards. It's no longer allowed. Many huge companies, they simply ban it because of security reasons. It's no longer allowed. So this is, of course, also in India becoming more and more severe. But think about this one. We have a very secure service that can be used here. Data quality check. Think about the field crew is still outside, has to do the survey work, has to still do some stakeouts. And now with GeoCloud Drive, you can already send the results of their work back into the office, and somebody in the office, a QA manager, for example, he can immediately check and find out if everything is good and can give us thumbs up. And then the guys in the field, of course, they know everything is fine and they can go back. But there is no more the need to go back and forth, to go into the car, drive back. This is all gone. And the last thing that, of course, is a big pain point is where is the latest version of the design data? Now you can put it centrally in GeoCloud Drive in one project, and you can assign it always the latest files to the different field crews. This is not possible when you still have the old approach with a USB stick or an SD card. To summarize, and we are running a bit out of time, is time saving. You save so much time with GeoCloud Drive. As said, no need anymore to drive back and forth. This really helps you. Convenience, much easier now, right? You have a much better project overview. We have really a really well collaboration. You can assign the right colleagues to the right projects now. This is only possible with a real cloud service. And that's the first time in history at Leica Geosystems where we have really a proper cloud service hosted on AWS services. Peace of mind, as said, you're outside of the field, you always have a bad feeling. Have you done everything? Have you missed something? Have you staked out everything? Have you measured everything? And now you can send it back to the office. Somebody has a look and they give you thumbs up here. And what is very important is really data security. We get this back and forth. People are asking about security, about cloud services. What is the security? What is the encryption? And I can tell you, if you're really industry standards, we have a state-of-the-art security. Therefore, we have now on our homepage also a quite technical data sheet where you can also make up your mind. It's really complicated. It's very complex. So we have here, for example, information about the encryption, about the server locations, RTO time, and so on. This is all in this sheet. Yeah. I got here a little customer video. I want to jump over this, but of course we are sharing the presentation. Then you can have a look. This also proves again how the customers are using our service. And in the second last slide, I want to tell you, it's a cloud service, right? It's not really an office software, field software where we have dedicated releases. With a cloud service, we are very flexible and we can release very often new functionalities. This is a summary what we have done now in the last couple of months. So you see we have frequent releases, and also for the future, we will come up with new functions, with new services, and so on, right? Also, this is something we are very happy to share. Last but not least, and then we open the stage for some questions. What do you have to buy actually, right? How does this all work together? And we have basically only three different articles, right? So the one on the left side is Hexagon GeoCloud, the base subscription. And this is something you need to purchase per company, right? Even if you have a large company with several users, always buy only a single base subscription. The cloud service is something I didn't touch yet. It's very affordable. So we want to reduce. So we really want to have a low price. I don't know the prices in India, to be honest. Therefore, I mentioned here the list price of 140 euros for the whole year. This includes a single user plus 25 gigabytes of storage. If you have a company and you have several users you want to collaborate with, which is normally the case, then you buy this additional option here on the top right. It's called user extension. It's again 140 euros. For 1 year, you get an additional user plus 25 gigabyte of additional storage. So always, when you want to have now 3 users in your company, you need to purchase one base license. It comes with 1 user plus 2 user extensions. We believe this storage is quite a lot for geometric purposes. If you really need even more data, then we have a data extension option here on the right side, on the bottom side, and this is something you can buy in addition. All right, so this was quite fast. I wanted to give you a complete picture. I wanted to guide you through the functionality of GeoCloud Drive and to use the stage today. I hope this was fine. I open up now the stage for some questions, and I'm sure there are a couple of them already in the chat. Many thanks.
Before going to the questions, yes, let me close as well from my side. Yeah, so thanks a lot, Alex, for this presentation. So this really emphasizes again what I mentioned, right? So GS05, in general, our Leica product is not about GNSS product. So there's a lot of and it's not about the specs we have on the datasheet. So there's many things behind the scenes. So that's super important to know. And my last comment as well. So here I presented we have presented many information, a lot of numbers, but my recommendation is to please contact your sales representative. Go into the field, take 1 unit, 1 GS05, go to the field, take some demos. You will get surprised. So that's my recommendation. Really take one of them and start to play with it. I'm sure all our colleagues from Hexagon India will be happy to help you, to support you for these live demos. And for that, there's this contact within the Hexagon India. Pankaj, JP, if you want to say something else.
No, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for very nice presentation of GS05 and GeoCloud. I'm sure more and more customer will learn about the product. And I want to announce that we will be doing physical launch of this product on November 28th in Mumbai. We have a Hexagon Roadshow that is happening in Mumbai. So we are physically going to launch this product there. Already this product has been launched during Intergeo this year. We have a lot of units that are available as demo units. I would request all our customers to talk to their regional heads locally, and in case required, they can talk to Jaideep, who is GNSS portfolio manager, product manager, and our team will be very happy to support and assist you, showing the equipment and actually going along with you and showing you how the equipment works in normal conditions and difficult conditions both. Yeah. Anything from you, Jaideep?
And I think, sir, it is a wonderful presentation from the Christine and the Alex. And I request all the people to contact the regional teams for a demonstration, and especially the GeoCloud services, which is going to save a lot of time and the money. And time and money is very important to close the project, right? If you are closing the project, it means you are making more money, you have more time, right? So
True.
take a benefit out of this, the things. Now we can move to the question hour session.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. So we have a few questions in the chat box, some of which Jaideep has answered, but for the benefit of the group, we will just take them again so everybody can have the answers. So somebody asked us, can we do static observation or only on RTK? Is this possible only on RTK?
Who should answer me? Jaideep? I mean, Jaideep was already answering in the chat.
Yeah, already I have done it, but
No,
if you
you
elaborate
can
it
answer
more,
question.
yeah.
Yeah, so basically both static RTK surveys are supported, yes.
Got it. And how much time is required for static observation for more accuracy?
For more accuracy,
How much time would be required?
well, static observation, it's so we didn't specify how long you need to be static there, right? So we have we have, and I think also Jaideep shared the specs, right? So we have these 3 millimeters, 6 millimeters vertical accuracy. So yeah, there's I would not mention any particular period in which you would need to stay static, right? So that's as well, it depends a lot on your location, right? So there's different factors, right? So if you are in an area with a canopy, with multipath, with a lot of rejections, or even if you have longer baselines, that your accuracy that will depend on that, right? But you should get high precision accuracy easily in these static observations. So there's not, let's say, there's no one answer on that. Yes, one single answer on that.
Got it, Christian. So somebody wants to know what is the working radius or ranges in the marine environment?
Sorry again. So what's the radius ranges in the marine environment? I'm not sure if I get correctly that question. So ranges in terms of um, UHF ranges, or well, UHF ranges, marine not, but network RTK baselines, or what's, if you could give a little bit more information on that question.
Sure. So basically, I think they want to know the working radius in the marine environment. How far is it that we can check?
I guess
Wow,
you're talking
that's
about
the
the RTK range with the base
yeah.
single video.
Well, really strongly depends on the on the coverage of the network RTK area, right? So that's that will strongly depend on that. So again, here it's not single answer, right? So it really depends on this network RTK service provider. Yeah. So this should be analyzed case by case, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, got it. And can we upload image or shapefile in the controller and work, or background any map is working?
This is Alex for you. You want to know about the GeoCloud, because I saw when you were doing a presentation at that time.
Yeah, right. So maybe I summarize this question even with the next one. If a TS10, TS11 instrument is compatible to transfer data. So basically, it doesn't matter too much on the instrument, right? As long as your field software has integrated GeoCloud Drive, you can transmit data. So as long as it's Captivate, as it's ICANN, but we continue already to integrate GeoCloud Drive in other Hexagon field software, this all works. So with a TS10, TS11, when you use it with a Captivate or even with an ICANN field software, this works absolutely. Now coming to this to the question uploading images, shapefiles. Also here we are agnostic. It doesn't matter what data you have. So it can be shapefiles, it can be, as you have seen in my little demonstration, it can be PDFs. It doesn't matter. All you have to make sure is to upload it to GeoCloud Drive. And of course, then it depends if your field software is able to use this data, right? So when Captivate can use a shapefile, which is true, then no problem, right? So it's very widespread, very agnostic. I
Okay.
hope this answers the question.
Okay, thanks, Alexander. So we have a few questions that we received via email. I will also take up those. So the first one was, how can internet be connected with GS05 UHF sensor?
So yeah, I can answer this one. Let me also maybe answer the last one because it's asking about accuracy and range of GS05. That's why I was opening here the data sheet of GS05. I mean, those are the numbers we give usually under specific scenario, right? But we are talking about for real-time kinematic single baseline, 1 centimeter horizontal, 2 centimeters vertical. Very similar as well for network RTK. For post-processing, together with Infinity, we are talking about 3 to 5 millimeters or horizontal, 6 to 10 millimeters vertical range. So we don't have any limitation on baseline for network RTK. The only limitation in terms of range, it's for single baseline with UHF, as I said. So we have a technology, let's say, limitation on the UHF radio, and the range there is up to 1.5 kilometers. As well, it really depends a lot on the environment, if you have direct line of sight or not, but typically it's about 1 or 1.5 kilometers for UHF, single baseline RTK. Good. And then the other question, Divya, was again?
Yeah, it was, how can internet be connected with GS05 UHF sensor?
Okay, so UHF sensor, it's fully integrated on GS05. Right now, at least for the release we have done now, there's no option to connect external radios like high power radios. That's something we are planning to support in the future. Right now, we have only the option to use the internal radio we have on the GS05 sensor. So that's fully integrated, so we don't need to plug anything. The only thing we have to do is to use the UHF radio, which is connected in this port here. So it's a not very large antenna. You plug it here, and then you configure it through Captivate, and ready to be used. Everything fully integrated.
Okay. And the next question is also, is it possible to activate the internet over WLAN?
Yes, exactly. So that's one of the main functionalities we have new on GS05 compared to other products. So we have, for the models, we have LTE cellular modem. So we have 3 different sources of internet. So we have the internal cellular modem, 4G capable. We have VLAN. We can connect to a router. We can connect to an access point to get internet. But as well, we can make use of the internet coming from the field controller. So 3 options. For the variant in which we have UHF, but we don't have the internal cellular modem, we have only 2, which is the VLAN still and the internet connection coming from the field controller. So yeah, answering the question, yes, you have the capability to use VLAN for internet reception. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Christian. So with this, we will. Yeah, sorry.
Divya, one more question I would like to take up. For Alex, it is it possible to work with GeoCloud on TS10 and the 11 instrument?
Yes, I tried to answer this one already just now when I was speaking.
Yeah.
That it's independent on the instrument, basically. So once you have integrated GeoCloud Drive in your field software, so in this case, it must be Captivate 850 or higher or ICANN, then you can use it. But maybe for everybody that is quite interesting, we continue. So it's not only in ICANN or in Captivate, so we continue also to share GeoCloud Drive functionality in further field software packages. For example, in detection, we integrate this one, what I heard of in January, so into the Hexagon detection portfolio, GeoMax as well. So the journey continues.
Thanks, Alex.
Okay, thank you everyone. So this will conclude today's webinar. Please join me in thanking all of our speakers, Pankaj, Christian, Alexander, and Jaydeep for this informative session. Please note the email IDs displayed on your screen, and in case you need any other information, you can feel free to reach out to them. We will also be sharing a recording of this session in case you want to hear back any of the points that were discussed in the webinar. We appreciate your time and hope you have found this webinar to be valuable. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Ciao.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.